Hello, welcome to Midweek Prayer here at First United Methodist Church. It's a time for us to pause in our week, to take some time to be with God in prayer. Let us now go to God in prayer. Let us pray. Gracious God, we've come to you in this place to pause, to stop in the midst of our week, to just be in your presence. In the chaos, in the desire to return to some kind of normal, it is so easy to become self-centered and to become selfish. Help us to focus today, O God. Give us the courage to do what is right and what is good. Help us to seek new normal, where we will find peace in you. In the name of your Son, Jesus, we pray. Amen. It's hard to believe, but as of last Sunday, we have been in virtual worship exclusively for 19 Sundays. The last Sunday we had in-person worship here at First United Methodist Church in LaGrange was Sunday, March 15th. The couple days before everything started to shut down and government orders to stay home went into effect. We went from our normal routines to our pandemic routines literally overnight. I love to tell the story that here at First United Methodist Church, we went from in-person worship, in-person meetings, in-person activities, almost 100% to an exclusively digital format, digital meetings, digital worship, other digital content in 5 days. Our new normal shifted with lightning speed. Now, as we have gone through nearly 19 weeks of pandemic, of being home, of staying in our places, it is obvious to me that it is starting to wear on all of us. We are all starting to seek and desire our normal lives back. A normal that consisted of being able to go out to restaurants, to enjoy a nice meal without worrying about a virus. The normal of having our kids playing sports. And our normal of being able to come to church every Sunday morning at 8:30 and 10:40 in our beautiful sanctuary here in downtown LaGrange. But one of the things I find when we talk about returning to normal is that when we look back on the normal that was life before March 15th, that we have a tendency to sugarcoat our old normals. That we forget that prior to March 15th, our lives were hustled and hurried, and we were stressed and overworked and running here and running there and feeling tired and worn down and not having time for anything, let alone in-person worship. We were worried about money and finances and how do we keep up with the Joneses. Is that the kind of normal we want to return to? What if, in this time of pandemic, in this time where new normal is happening all around us, what if we had a chance to change our new normal for the better? The New Yorker posted a cartoon earlier this week, and it was two mice standing at the doorway from their den out into the outside world. And one mouse is speaking to the other and says, the possibilities of what could go wrong out there are stressing me out. I think that's where we struggle with the desire to want to go back to what our normal lives were pre-pandemic. We are afraid of what our new normals might hold. We are afraid that we don't know what to expect. That sort of the devil we knew before March 15th is better than the devil we don't know as we move forward into this new reality. But God, through all of it, and as scriptures tell us countless times, God is with us as we create these new normals. In the Bible, there are countless times in our sacred texts that refer to God when we are afraid. And one of those is in Isaiah chapter 12, verse 2, that says, "Surely God is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For the Lord God is my strength and my might. He has become my salvation." Friends, in the midst of this time of pandemic, and in the midst of looking toward what normal looks like as school starts, as in-person worship is set to resume in August, it is important to remember that it is in God where our salvation lies. That we do not have to be afraid when confronting new normals. That we can live into a better normal with God's help coming out on the other end of this pandemic. That together, with God's help, we can face the future unafraid and give thanks to God, for God is our salvation through it all. Amen. As we enter our time of prayer today, we'd like to lift up 3 prayer requests that we have that have come through to us over the last week or so. Barb Frisk, who is recovering from strokes at Parkview LaGrange Hospital. Tabitha Signor, who continues to recover from a motorcycle accident last week. The church, as we continue to make plans and schedule and figure out how to have in-person worship safely and having it be a meaningful experience when we restart on August 16th. Let us now go to God in prayer. Let us pray. Gracious and life-giving God, in all of the ups and the downs and all the uncertainties and all the anxiety and the fear that is surrounding our current situation, we just come to you today and seek your grace. Fill us with your peace today. Give us wisdom as we discern decisions on all levels, on whether we send our kids to school, on what in-person worship looks like in the middle of a pandemic, to how we make it from day to day. In these times of anxiety and uncertainty, we rest in the knowledge that you are with us, that you do not let us go, that you fill us with your peace. Today, O God, we lift up to you Barb Frisk as she continues to recover from strokes and is rehabbing at Parkview LaGrange. We lift up to you Tabitha Signor as she continues to recover from a motorcycle accident last week. We pray for your church here in LaGrange as the staff and leaders make decisions and plan as we prepare to return to in-person worship on August 16th. Hear our prayers today, O God. Grant us your grace and your wisdom as we work together toward new normals, that those new normals will lead us closer to you and a life of faithfulness and grace. We pray all this in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.